Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Florida. And today our question comes to us from Reverend Vivian. And Reverend Vivian has a question about my weekly Chancellor's Prayer Shrine. And her question is this: is it appropriate for those who are skilled in Reiki to send Reiki healing during the prayer? And is it appropriate also for them to send Reiki healing to me as the leader of the prayer, as well as the people on the list? Or, she goes on to ask, would it be better to send generic healing energy with no label so as not to force Reiki healing onto those who may not wish that particular type of healing? And my answer to this is twofold. The first is particularly relevant to the Chancellor's Prayer Shrine, and the answer to the first two questions for the Chancellor's Prayer Shrine are yes and yes. If Reiki is something you are skilled at, please send Reiki energy to those who have asked for healing. Please feel free to send it to me. I can use healing too. Healing is always good. And if Reiki is what you're good at in terms of healing, by all means use it, because what you're good at will be most effective. And at no point have I ever said on that list that we only have one kind of healing energy going out. I assume that when people join that prayer, they do what they are good at. And I would assume everybody else realizes that as well, because we do not specify. We just say, send healing energy. And I would imagine everyone on the list is quite happy for any healing energy they get. I know that I am happy for any healing energy I get. And I would assume that anyone who is in a position of desiring healing energy would be quite happy for Reiki as well as any other kind. So yes, and by the way, we do have a number of Reiki practitioners who I know do send Reiki healing every time I do the Chancellor's Prayer Shrine. Now, in a wider sense, when you're doing healing for someone, if someone has asked you for healing, unless they've specified that they only want a particular type, I would assume they want any kind of healing they can get. And I do realize there might be some people who, for one reason or another, might not want certain types of healing. I think that's kind of silly myself, but people have different points of view, and there's nothing wrong with that. I myself, if I ask for healing, I will gladly take whatever you're good at, and I'll be happy to have it. And I think most people who ask for healing have that feeling. And unless they have specified otherwise, I would do whatever form of healing you are best at, because I think that's really what they're asking for. Now, as I say, some people may choose to specify otherwise, and they have every right to do that. And if that is okay with you, by all means, go ahead and do it. However, if what you're good at is Reiki and someone asks for healing but doesn't want Reiki, you might want to say, well, you know, that isn't really my specialty, because it would be the truth. And do they really want second best? And when people study healing, they don't always learn to do it by the same techniques because there are so very many. And again, my attitude is, you know, if I wanted healing, I would want what you are best at. But I do again realize not everyone feels that way, so you should abide by their request. But if they haven't made a request, don't assume it. And I would say that if someone has asked you for healing, unless they've specified, I don't want this kind or that kind, assume they want what you do, or they would not have asked you. So those would be my thoughts on the matter. I hope you find them helpful, and by all means, please join the weekly prayer. There are many people on that list who very much want and need healing, and as I say, I believe pretty much all of them would say that they would be happy with whatever kind of healing energy you send them, as long as it helps them. And if you're doing it with a good heart, I'm confident it will help. So that would be my answer to the question. I hope you find it interesting, and until next time, may you blessed be. Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from witchschool.com. Are you looking for the best in pagan and magical education? With more than 12,000 pages, witchschool.com is like having your own personal library with individual learning assistants to help you study. And Witchschool's Anyone, Anytime, Anywhere education system is available any place on Earth, anywhere you are and anytime you want it, as long as you have an internet connection. Witchschool's lifetime memberships are a great value. They really do last a lifetime. They've been there for years, and they'll be there for years to come. So get your membership today at witchschool.com.